buongiorno dalla Radio Italiana 531 e buongiorno Penny.
Buongiorno Marco, thank you for having me. It's always great to be back in the studio here at Radio Italiana and coming live to everyone on our Facebook Live on the Pick a Local, Pick a Save Facebook page. Welcome to everyone, welcome back to Market Update with Penny.
And what's in season and everything that saves us from spending too much money for fruit and veg, but also supports our local growers.
Our local growers, our local retailers, that's what we're all about, supporting South Australian here. So we're going to listen in for some tips and tricks on what you should be buying, what's filling the shelves of your local fruit and veg shop, and how you can support everyone, as well as support yourself with lower costs at the checkout and also great nutritional food.
And it's a very important week this week because it's the end of November almost, and traditionally now there's the cherry auction.
Absolutely, and I cannot believe it's like this close to Christmas. What is it, like 4 weeks to Christmas or something? And it's
Yes.
crazy. So Christmas time means cherry time. So we always celebrate the start of the South Australian cherry season with a cherry auction. So you have been along to it for the last
Couple of years.
couple of years. So it's a tradition that's run in the markets for many, many, many years. We used to have a cherry ball, and they'd hold it at the cherry ball and would raise lots and lots of money for different charities. For the last 4 years, we brought it back to the South Australian produce market. And what we do is we take a box of premium cherries, put them up for auction. We choose a charity for each of the year, and we raise amazing amounts of money for local charities. So this year we have chosen the Brain Tumour Research Foundation. So they're a South Australian charity, small charity that are doing some amazing work. They have a doctor here, Adam Wells, who was born and trained in Adelaide, and they like to do a lot of research to keep him in Adelaide. It's another good South Australian success story to have a surgeon with that much experience here in Adelaide. So they're a really good organisation. The money that's going to be raised this year is going to go towards purchasing equipment and also funding a research project for brain tumour research. So really important charity, really happy to be supporting them this year. So we'll be holding the auction this Friday morning down at the South Australian Produce Market. We're kicking off at 6 a.m. So it's an early start, but that's how we roll out of the market.
Yeah, 6 a.m. it's already afternoon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
a lot of
the
them are winding down. So we're going to do it at 6 a.m. for a 6:15. So last year, Christine Scalzi, who we know here at Radio Italiana, was crowned our Cherry Queen. She raised, there was $60,000 donated to Variety last year. So we're looking for around about the same amount. If we can get between $50,000 and $70,000, that would be absolutely amazing. I mean, any funds that we raise will be
Absolutely,
amazing.
because a lot of these sometimes a lot of these charities they're not government funded, or they need funds to survive and to expand their research, which is very important because research saves lives.
Absolutely, and it's interesting when I first started talking to this charity, and I said, for those, there was a close connection in the market, and they said, I think you'll find that once we start talking about it, that there will actually be other connections. And the devastating thing about brain tumours is that if you get diagnosed with one, the outlook's not great. So, and it's a very quick and nasty process. So, we're really proud to be supporting it this year. We've got our auctioneer, Luke Domingo from First National at Glenelg, coming back for the 3rd year in a row. So we really appreciate that we have a proper auctioneer there to get the proceedings happening on the morning, and Luke does a great job. But the other thing is, the cherry industry went through a really tough year last year.
Absolutely.
So it was probably one of the worst years that the cherry growers have had. For those who don't remember, in last year we had some weather incidents that just really wiped out the crops, and we had our Riverland ones. They're always the first ones to get picked, but then we had a whole heap of rain and thunderstorms and stuff. And what that does is the cherries just soak it all up and burst, and so it was not great. When we look at the kind of farm gate sales from last year in 2023, it was 14 million as opposed to the year before it was 21 million.
Wow.
So, and even, the kilograms sold 1.3 million kilograms as opposed to 2 million the year before. So it really, really was a tough year for our growers this year. So another reason why we do this, the main reason that we do this auction, as well as raising vital funds for charities here in South Australia, is to let people know that South Australian cherries are being picked, you can head into your local fruit and veg store and you can buy South Australian grown. And so you're going to know that if you're buying them at the moment, they're going to be South Australian grown, and they're supporting the growers who had such a rough year last year.
Once you have these kind of cherries, you can't go back. Once you have this crunchiness, this taste, you can't go back to just you only want premium.
You only want premium because they're amazing.
Yeah,
so,
incredible.
Yeah, and it's interesting. There's actually lots of varieties of cherries, which before I started working in this industry, I just thought cherries were cherries. But there are a lot of different varieties, and the early varieties probably not as sweet. The ones that come from the Riverland, mind you, they have been tasting quite good this year, and also the size is a little bit smaller of the early varieties. So as you get closer to Christmas, we will notice that they'll get sweeter and larger. So if you try them now and love them, you know that by Christmas time they are going to be absolutely perfection.
How long is the season for cherries?
They normally finish picking around January, early January. But look, you talk to the growers and it chops and changes a lot. Like the seasons are really changing a fair bit. So, normally last year they actually were late as well, which was another reason why we lost so much of the crops. And I know when we were doing the cherry auction last year, we didn't even know if we were going to have any cherries around to be able to do it. So the seasons have changed a little bit. Normally they kind of pick the bulk in November, December, but that is pushing out more into January as well. And I know last year we did a bit of marketing around, you can still get your cherries in January. So they don't finish on Christmas Day. You can still enjoy them over the summer. And, there's plenty of entertaining and barbecues and poolside things that are happening. Beach, you can add some South Australian cherries to all of that entertainment.
They look good on the table.
They look great, don't they?
Yeah. Christmas colour.
Yeah.
Christmas colour.
I love it.
In terms of Friday, so what's happening Friday? 6 a.m. we start, then there is the auctions right away. How does the...
Yeah, so we've got, we're hoping to have a minister come along to help us to officially launch the season, and that's the way we say, okay, South Australian cherries are now officially launched. We've got a lot of our supporters, a lot of our market community coming down. We've got our corporate sponsors. We're hoping to have William Buck and Toyota Material Handling, and all of our good friends are part of the community. Radio Italiana.
Yes,
so Marco is going to come down. I just told him he needs to get there at 5:30, which he wasn't
right.
happy about. But
Sunday was so much fun last week.
Yeah.
It was incredible. We loved it. The bars and waking up that early. I gotta get used to it from next year, so it's okay. I might get a job at the market in the morning and then come and work here.
You might as well. You're not going to get any sleep otherwise. No. How about you stay home and help Nanny with the baby? Then you could do that.
Yeah, I should. No, but it's great because it's a great day out and it's for a good cause, and we like to support it every year.
Yeah, so it's great that Radio Italiana will come down. So you'll get all the action live from Marco. You will be there as it starts. We're kind of kicking off about 6:15. You'll be broadcasting from 6. You'll be able to do the live auction and tell everyone verbatim as it goes who's going to be crowned. Is it going to be a Cherry King? Is it going to be a Cherry Queen?
I spoke to someone the last couple of weeks. I pushed.
You pushed a few people.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see a back-to-back Cherry Queen, but who knows? Cherry Queens have been few and far between. We've only had 2 here in South Australia. So, it was great to have a Cherry Queen this year. I would have liked to have seen a back-to-back Cherry Queen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. Well, we need to put some bets.
I know, we need to put some bet. I'm not really good at those bets, so I always lose when I do a bet with you. But yeah, it's going to be a fun morning. We've got the community there. We've got Radio Italiana there. We're gonna have people from the Brain Tumor Research Foundation there. So it'll be a really good, fun morning. Plenty of stuff happening, and you can listen in on Radio Italiana, and you can watch our Facebook page and see. And then we've hopefully we'll be all over the media that night, and we're going to be on Sunrise in the morning as well with our winning Cherry King or Queen, and see how much we raise. And then
it's always good because we try to work out the cost of one cherry in that box.
Yes. So
it's usually 2 kilos. What's the actual box?
It's a 5 kilo box. When it goes for $60,000 for 5 kilos, it's about $1,000 per cherry.
Wow.
So they would be tasting very sweet. We have actually done before. Our brand ambassador, Callum Han, has come down and cooked up the cherries and has made, the world's most expensive cherry pavlova or cherry tiramisu. He did one year with some, which he mixed. Do you know he put basil on his tiramisu?
I think we did discuss about it.
Yeah, very bizarre, but it tasted amazing, which is, you know, who knows, South Australian basil tasted fantastic. So anyway, so that's what we're doing on Friday morning. So because it's cherry season and we're doing all things cherry, we thought, ta-da, we should bring along some cherries for your listeners. So I went and saw Pat Scalzi at the markets, and he generously donated this 2-kilogram box of Montague Valley Orchard cherries. Don't ring yet. People are going to be like wanting this, aren't they? So what we're doing is we're giving away this 2-kilogram box of Montague Valley cherries, kindly donated by Pat Scalzi. All you have to do is tell us which day our cherry auction is. So you have to have been listening to know when it was.
It's too easy.
Call in on 8340-7700 when we go to the song, not beforehand. We won't take the call. 8340-7700. When is our cherry auction? And you can take home this great box of South Australian grown cherries.
8340-7700. La domanda è molto molto semplice. Dove e quando si svolgerà la cherry auction quest'anno? Chiamate per vincere una bellissima scatola di ciliegie donate da Pat Scalzi e Scalzi Produce, quindi rimanete con noi perché già il telefono bolle. Ascolto con Radio Italiana 531, 11 e 20 minuti, live con Pica Local PK6, Marco e Penny, ogni secondo mercoledì. Oggi parliamo di cherry auction, l'asta di beneficenza con le ciliegie di questo venerdì. Congratulations, Grace.
Congratulations,
for
Grace.
winning.
2 kilos of cherries. Enjoy them. Don't eat them all at once. So.
Well, again, like every second week, we might have a kilo and 950 grams.
There might be a few missing.
Yeah.
Marco's been testing them out.
He
gives the taste test of approval as well. So.
Ma una grande giornata venerdì, siamo live from 6 a.m. dalle 6 del mattino dal South Australian Produce Market con me stesso medesimo. Penny will be there, Mario will be there, nostro presidente. He always comes, and obviously Pat Scalzi and some other committee members might be there. Ma un'importante iniziativa perché quest'anno si raccolgono fondi per l'associazione con la ricerca per i tumori al cervello, quindi chi ovviamente sarà incoronato re o regina saprà che avrà fatto del bene, come tutte le persone che doneranno. Comunque abbiamo regalato questa magnifica box of cherry. We gave away this fantastic box of cherry to Grace, so enjoy it with your family. Fridge? No fridge.
Fridge, definitely
absolutely
fridge. Yes, they will not last very long out, and especially with this warm weather we've got coming up.
Yeah.
We would definitely want them to.
29 today. We got 35 on Friday.
I know.
Yeah.
It's definitely summertime. It's definitely summer fruits time. So let's talk about what South Australian grown summer fruits you will find in your local fruit and veg store. Excuse me. So I've been excited about telling you about the fruit.
Yes,
absolutely. So we've spoken strawberries are in good supply. We're going to see an increase in the next couple of weeks if you're waiting for that. One of the things that we found, I was talking to the growers this morning, that they're not getting a lot of volume from their picks at the moment, but they are getting large sweet strawberries at the moment. So if you like your strawberries on the larger side, now's the time to buy some South Australian grown. They will be looking big in the punnet and they are tasting amazing. Sometimes you look at big ones and you think, have they got the flavour? But these ones really do.
They're very red.
Yes, nice and red, bright. So look for them in your local fruit and veg store. The stone fruits continue, everything there, apricots, nectarines, peaches, yellow and white, lots of different varieties. Last time I was here, I said that we were doing a few samplings.
Yep.
We did some at Chanella's and Fritabella. Tomorrow we're going to be at Adam's Apple at West Lakes between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So head on down there and see Verena. She's going to be doing some sampling, and watch out for the Tony and Marks are going to have some Christmas markets on the weekends as well coming up. Yes.
I saw corner with Potwell Road. I saw the sign
that the Christmas market's doing. They've done them for a couple of years. They do them on the Saturday, and they have a heap of different sampling and Christmas activities and going on. They're going to be having some South Australian green stone fruits there for sampling as well. So make sure you get into a Tony and Marks over the next Saturdays over the Christmas period. Plenty of stone fruits around. It's a great time of year for them. I haven't written this down, but I'm going to trick you on this one. There's lots of mangoes at the moment, which are not South Australian grown. Have you seen the viral TikTok hack on how to cut your mango open?
No.
So how would you typically open a mango? How would you cut it? Oh, you don't know how to do it?
I don't eat mangoes.
Oh, well, you're terrible at us.
We slice it.
Generally you would cut the cheeks of the mango off,
Yeah.
and then you would kind of dice it. So we found this hack that's going around on TikTok at the moment, where you can actually just cut it down the middle and twist it, and then you get like a cup of mango, and the seed stays in the other end.
Is that gonna be graphic like the pomegranate trick? That
Maybe a little bit.
maybe.
You most, but anyway, Google that. Google the mango TikTok cutting hack. Guarantee it will change your life. Anyway, back to this. Jumbo walnuts grown in the Riverland. I know they're not really fruit vegetable. Didn't know where to put
Yeah, kind of.
Put them in there. So jumbo walnuts grown in the Riverland. They're available South Australia.
They look good on the table after dinner.
They absolutely do. Have it as long as you have a cracker. They're very hard to crack. People can do it with another walnut.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
I've been bullied by
need-
family members. They're like, oh, you're not strong enough. You're not strong enough. I use my hands.
I am not. No, apparently you put two together. You need 2 walnuts in the shell, and you. And
Throw it against the
there's-
wall.
I don't know. I just sit there and wait for someone to do it for me,
Yeah.
or I need the little silver thing. I can't do it. And rhubarb is available at the moment, South Australian grade, filled with antioxidants. This is really good if you need to reduce inflammation. It's also really good for your skin. Did you know
So
that?
rub it on your skin.
Well, no, don't rub on it, but if you consume it, it supports collagen production. So it gives you firmer and brighter skin. So you youngins don't need it, but I need to be eating that rhubarb by the bucket load.
Not as young as you think, you know. I'm getting some grey hair.
So, really good way to eat rhubarb. Stew it and have it in your desserts. Have it with a bit of yogurt, have it with some sorbet, some gelati or something, bit of granola in there as well. You can make a little pot of it. So, yeah, it's really, if you want something different, try a rhubarb pot.
Pot of it.
So that's what
Potter.
fruit we are filling our
Very
shelves
British of you. Make a little pot.
with.
Potter.
Little pot. I don't know.
Harry Potter.
Carrie, I'm going to keep going. Vegetables. What have we got? Good supply of vegetables. Cabbage. Now, here's something I saw the other day. Have you ever tried a cauliflower steak?
I think I have. No,
You've
I
seen
had
it,
a
or
cauliflower
have you
burger.
seen
Cauliflower
cauliflower
burger, whatever.
So there was the kind of like recently I've seen this trend of like cauliflower steaks where you get it, you slice it, and that's like a meal. Wow, I've seen you can do a cabbage steak.
Your algorithm is very interesting.
It's amazing what comes up in my feed.
It's
But
very
yeah, I
interesting.
would never have thought of doing a cauliflower steak. Like generally, if I use cauliflower, it's going to be like you chop it up, you put it in your salad, your coleslaw, or you put it in your stir fry or whatever. You're always chopping it up. But yeah, there's a hack. If you get a whole cauliflower cabbage and slice it, and slice some steaks, and then kind of like put a bit of, paprika oil, chuck it in the oven, top it with, some tahini sauce or something. Away you go, you've got a meal.
Cauliflower is very healthy unless you deep fry it, like I had it last night.
But we're
deep
talking
fry.
about cabbage.
You said cauliflower before.
I did before, but now we're talking about cabbage.
Well, you were saying cauliflower.
Yes, cauliflower, popcorn chicken with cauliflower is really good as well. Cauliflower's in good supply as well, but I
That was like, there's no cauliflower there. I'm like, okay, I'm getting
talking
confused.
about cabbage today.
You said cauliflower.
I said, cauliflower steak. I
Yes.
referred to it. We'll replay this on the podcast. Anyway, beetroot's in really good supply, and roast. It really easy to use in salads.
Yes.
So I like to roast up a heap of
Best.
vegetables on a Sunday, put them in the fridge, and use them in salads during the week.
Vegetarian heaven.
Vegetarian heaven. Beetroots, yes, and they're very, very good for you. They're also full of antioxidants, so might help to firm up my aging skin. Cherry tomatoes, really easy snack. I love when you get a really sweet tasting cherry tomato and you can just eat them straight from the punnet.
That's it.
Nothing better.
The best.
Life is good when there's South Australian grown sweet cherry tomatoes.
Usually have them on a plate in like the kitchen, on the kitchen bench. You just
Yes,
eat them.
because they're one of
Fantastic.
those things that actually do taste better when you leave them out on the bench. You should really put your tomatoes in the fridge. Unless you really need to keep them and you're cooking them, etc. But if you're eating them fresh,
yeah, it's better.
definitely on the bench room temperature. And baby cucumbers, there's plenty of supply of them around at the moment as well. And they're a really good snack. They're great for lunch boxes. There's lots of different varieties of pre-packed, ready for snacks. You'll find like a lot of the fruit stores will pack their own. Perfection Fresh do some, Merchant Street do some. So have a look for them if you want a different sort of snack. Kids love them. They're just, little baby cucumbers. Or
Do you snack, Penny? Do you have snacks? You should.
Not lots. I'm nuts. I snack on nuts. And
Especially now that it's warm.
Yeah. I
We
just had
should
a
snack
pound of
more.
blueberries on the way in here.
There you go. Because
Yeah.
then we have if we don't snack, then we have a kind of a heavy lunch. And then we feel
Yeah.
tired and it's hot.
Yes, fruit is good for snacking, baby cucumbers as well. So yeah, so that's what's filling your local fruit and veg store shelves at the moment.
Frutta e verdure in stagione, le fragole non tantissime ma molto molto grandi, poi la frutta con le noci, insomma tipo pesche, albicocche e quant'altro, nectarines. Ci sarà un tasting questa settimana, Adam's Apple West Lakes, giovedì, quindi domani dalle 11 alle 2. Poi le noci, Jumbo noci, quindi molto grandi, del Riverland, e il rabarbaro che è pieno di antiossidanti, quindi fa bene per sentirsi meglio, ma fa bene anche alla pelle perché è pieno di collagene. Poi il cavolo è molto in ottima stagione, come la barbabietola, i pomodorini e i baby cucumbers, i piccoli cetriolini che vanno benissimo per i vostri nipotini o figli, per lunch boxes, che va molto molto bene. I will listen to this episode just to hear you say pot once again.
Harry Potter. Now, the other thing I want to quickly mention before we go as well is our very good friends in Prospect, Chanella's Your Local Market. I'm sure you know that store there on Prospect Road. The beautiful Chanella family. They are celebrating their 30th birthday this weekend, which is an amazing feat. It's amazing for a family-owned business even to be running for 30 years, you know, let alone like this amazing store that they've built at Prospect, this amazing community they have there. Like Chanella's is more than just a fruit and veg shop. They've got a butcher in there, they've got bakers in there, they've got coffee machine, they've got flowers, they've got pre-made meals. It's a beautiful, beautiful store. And this Saturday, they're celebrating their birthday. Now, Daniel's going to be down there. He's got 50 Pick a Local, Pick a Say show bags, goodie bags to give away to customers randomly. So if you're down there, there's going to be lots of sampling, lots of prizes, lots of activities going on. And if you're there about between 10 and 12, you might be lucky enough to get one of these 50 show bags that's going to be handed out.
Randomly,
yes.
So it's totally up to him.
That's Daniel's job. If he likes the look of you might get one. You might even get your photo taken and put on the Pick a Local, Pick a Say Facebook page. If you want to feature, if you go down there and you want to feature on the Pick a Local, Pick a Say Facebook page, make sure you find Daniel. He'll have a black t-shirt on with the red Pick a Local, Pick a Say logo, and he'll have a camera and he will happily give you a show bag and tell him you heard this on Radio Italiana.
Easy. I might have picked up my birthday cake from Skinella. Might have.
How do you say it?
Skinella. Because the CH is K. But you say Scinella here.
Scinella,
they themselves call themselves Scinella, so I can't.
But you just thought you change it randomly. You just can't say it. That's
I can't say Scinella. It's like bruschetta. You can't. I can't. Okay. I'm sorry for the Skinella family.
The Chanella family. Look forward to having you there and supporting them. So head on down there on Saturday. Head on down to Adam's Apple West Lakes tomorrow between 11 and 2. Try some stone fruits. Head to the Pick a Local, Pick a Say Facebook page. Follow us for lots of inspiration. I know we are all done. Look for the red signs. Support South Australian grown and South Australian businesses. And thank you for having us.
Friday morning from 6 a.m. Don't
Cherry
miss it.
auction. Look forward to seeing you there.
See you at Josie's.
Back in the studio in 2 weeks. Yes, we'll make sure we get you a coffee, and I know you like her sausage rolls, so maybe we can organise one of them.
You know what I really loved about Josie's Cafe?
What's that?
The breakfast wraps.
Breakfast wrap. That's on the agenda, is it?
They got everything.
She's going to be making some special cherry desserts as well for us, so you never know what you might get on Friday.
How about a pot of cherries?
A pot of cherries.
Grazie a tutti.